Welcome to our channel. In this session, we will discuss the concept of parallel processing. So, before moving parallel processing, the traditional computer uses the sequential processing of instruction. Sequential processing in the sense, after completion of one instruction only, the next instruction is executed. But coming to systems that support parallel processing, they perform concurrent data operations. Concurrent data operation in the sense more than one operation is performed parallelly for faster execution. The main aim is to execute the instructions fastly. Now finally, the main purpose of parallel processing is to increase the throughput. What is meant by throughput? Throughput in the sense the how much amount of processing is performed in the given interval of time. Suppose I given a time of 2 seconds. How much amount of processing is completed within 2 seconds? That is called throughput. If you are using parallel processing within the given interval of time, more number of instructions executed parallelly, obviously the performance is also increased. This is the main agenda of parallel processing. Anyway, some trade-off is also there. What is that one? If you are implementing parallel processing in the sense more hardware is required. Anyway, if hardware required in the sense the cost is increased. But due to some advancements, the cost of the hardware is feasible. That is not a problem. Now, generally this parallel processing is established by distributing the data among multiple functional units. So, how we are achieving this parallel processing? We are distributing the data among multiple functional units, that is all arithmetic operations performed by arithmetic unit, shift operations performed by shift unit, logical operations performed by logical unit. Suppose consider one example, some processor register. Here my execution unit, here I will write down the execution unit. My execution unit is divided into different categories. For example, addition, subtraction and integer multiplier. For example, shift operation, this is one block. Increment operation, this is one block. And logical operation, this is one block. For example, floating point add subtraction, this is one block. Similarly, floating point multiplication, floating point division. Now, if you understand carefully, the data, so the processor register contains the data. The data is distributed among individual functional units. Each one is called functional unit. Suppose if my instruction contains addition operation, if the data is integer, that is performed by this block. Internally it have a circuit. Suppose if it is a floating point, it moves to floating point block. You got it? By this, suppose after completion of the operation, again the result is moved back to the processor register. That is not a constraint. Clear? This is the one way of achieving the parallel processing by using multiple functional units. And anyway, the most important thing, there are different ways for classification of parallel processing. Different perspective we are classifying the parallel processing. So one author, that is M.J. Flynn, classified the parallel processing based on instruction stream, comma, data stream. Based on instruction stream and data stream, he classifies the parallel processing into 4 categories. First of all, what is mean by instruction stream? Simply a stream of instructions that are read from the memory. That is a set of instructions that are read from the memory. That is called instruction stream. Data stream in the sense the operations that are performed on the data. Now you got it? based on the instruction that we received and the operation that we perform on the data. Based on that one, he classifies the parallel processing into 4 categories. The first one is SISD. The meaning is single instruction stream, single data stream. Second one is single instruction and multiple data. Next, multiple instruction, single data. Next, multiple instruction, multiple data. These are the 4 categories. We will discuss each and every one. The first one is single instruction, single data. That means here we have one processor unit, one control unit, one memory unit, and this control unit given one instruction. That instruction is executed by the processor unit with one data. That is here what they are provided. The control unit provides only one instruction. The memory provides only one data. That is operation is performed by processor unit. Generally, these type of systems supports sequential processing. Generally, these type systems support sequential processing, but the system may or may not have internal parallel processing capabilities. Remember that term? The system may or may not have internal parallel processing capability. If it has parallel processing capability, then the parallel processing is performed by using multiple function units, whatever the diagram we discussed previously. That is single instruction, single data. Now coming to this one. That means in the simple scenario, I given one instruction to you and one data to you. Perform the operation. Suppose my instruction is add. I given 2 numbers 2, 3. What you are doing? Simply we are doing addition between 2 and 3 of integer, close. Now coming to this one, single instruction, multiple data streams. That means you have multiple number of processors are there, but only one control unit. That control unit supervises all the processor. Each processor have their own data stream. Each processor have their own data stream. Now understand the question. Now I given an instruction add. Now processor P1 get the data of 2 integer numbers. Perform addition of these 2 integer data items. Suppose processor P2 perform addition of real numbers. Suppose processor P3 perform addition of floating point or double numbers. You got it? Only one instruction. Different processors uses different types of data. That is single instruction, multiple data streams. Now, multiple instruction, single data. Observe, is it practical? It is not at all practical. It is not at all possible. Just for theoretical classification only. That means I given multiple instructions to you. So, and only one type of data. How it is possible? Only at a time we can do one instruction and one data. So multiple instructions or single data in the practical approach, it is not at all possible. Now the most important, multiple instructions, multiple data streams. That is control unit, that control unit. Each control unit gives one instruction. This control unit gives an instruction to this process. This control unit gives an instruction to this process. And each process have their own data stream. That is, at a time, suppose it perform addition operation, it perform multiplication operation, it perform division operation. That is multi-processing systems or multitasking system. Nowadays, most of the computers uses multi-programming. Multiple number of processors are there. This is the classification of parallel processing. Clear? This is the end of parallel processing. Thank you.